Hello ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Welcome back to Force Strategy Gaming. Going to be casting a series of games for you today between WhiteRa and Fnatic Sen. Now, I know we can see here the player's name is Softball. This is just Sen playing on an alternate account. So if you are a fan of Sen, if you like Sen, realize this is him playing and you can enjoy these games. You don't have to worry about, hey, who's this Softball dude? So yes, a game between WhiteRa and Sen. This is a 4-game series that I will be casting for you. And actually, there are a lot of really good games up on the replay sites right now from lots of really good players. There's some games from the Little One, games from WhiteRa. So hopefully today is a good day for you guys amongst all the casters. Hopefully you get some really solid games out there. I'll be bringing you these 4 from WhiteRa and Sen, and hell, for all I know, someone else will be bringing you these games too. There's really no way to judge that because I can't tell what other people are recording right now. But regardless, it should be a nice, interesting series between these two players. Should be a nice, interesting game. We are here on Metalopolis. Short rush distance between the two bases, so that can, of course, come into play. And let's look at the openings here. Since there's nothing else to talk about, we do have 2 probes being chrono boosted out right now for WhiteRa. And then inside of Sen's base, we have an Overlord moving in a southwesterly direction. Temperatures being about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Nice, cool, crisp day here in Metalopolis. Probe's going to be moving out right now for WhiteRa. Going to be getting a scout very early on of Sen's base. So WhiteRa's probe is going to be aware, and he's actually going to see that before he moves in. You can see the Overlord moving right there, so he is fully aware of the fact that Sen is over here, and he's going to want to move into his base to check exactly what's going on. There is that expansion going down, so he sees that. Going to be moving out, and then might be trying to go back in. He doesn't want to check for that pool and extractor. He just don't want to know the timing on those to give him a good idea of what's going on. And what do we see over here? The second he saw that expansion, WhiteRa dropping a forge. His gateway is just about finished. Forge coming down, so we may be seeing some cannon harassment. That is quite possible. Moving down over here, drone chasing the probe dropping the pylon. So, and look at this gateway. It is rallied straight to the pylon. We are going to see some zealot harassment in corporation with some cannon harassment. Incorporation? No, that's not right. Anyways, we're going to be seeing some zealot harassment with this cannon harassment, and that should be really interesting. That's not something that you can pull off most of the time because of the fact that you don't always get lucky in the positioning here. With this positioning, the fact that WhiteRa is so close with this gateway to the base of Sen, he can manage to pull this off. The zealot's going to be moving in, and he is going to be a force to be reckoned with. These drones do not stand much of a chance against a zealot. Moving up some probes as well to try to help with the harassment, try to do some additional damage, also to try to make sure he can get up those cannons as much as possible at least. Also going to want to try to prevent a surround on the Zealot if at all possible. Cutting back on the damage done to the Zealot is going to allow the Zealot himself to do a lot more damage. Now we do have 8 Zerglings coming out right now for Sen. Sen's doing what he can, but look at these losses here. 1 drone, 2 drone, 3 drones, just continuously losing drones. You can see down to 4 harvesters right now. And this hit has been very, very strong for WhiteRa. He has managed to do significant economic damage. Cannon goes up, still going to continue to make work of these Zerglings. Zerglings want to try to get it down as quickly as possible, but I don't know if it will be quick enough. Again, we are down right now to 3 harvesters for Sen. This is a big, big problem. He's going to lose even more harvesters right here. Cannon taking down that one. Is he going to take down an additional? No. So Cannon drops before he can take down any more, but 1 Zealot's streaming into Sen's base, and a 2nd Zealot is being chrono boosted as well. So right now, Sen is in a very tough spot. He is down. Let's take a look at the exact numbers. Down to 3 harvesters. Look at those resource gatherings in comparison, and Sen does call good game, and this is why he calls good game. You can take a look over here. Sen was fully aware of this 2 Zealot push coming from WhiteRa. Taking a look in WhiteRa's base, economy has not been hindered much at all. He did bring a few probes to help with the engagement, but it wasn't nearly as many as Sen ended up losing. And I mean, basically the reason this happened, the reason WhiteRa was able to pull off was just because of this close positioning. He saw the fast expansion, immediately dropped the forge, and decided to chrono boost out that first Zealot. Was bringing it right here, and the Zealot and coupled with the cannon that was being warped in was just too much pressure for Sen to handle. He had to bring down his drones. He had no other choice really. If he didn't, he would have just lost that expansion, and losing that expansion is pretty big. Yeah, and that's basically it. Losing the expansion is a big deal, so that's why he tried to prevent it. Unfortunately, it ended up losing him the game because he did lose so many workers, and this 2 Zealot push right now would absolutely wipe the floor up with what he had. Doesn't have enough minerals. He can get 2 more Zerglings, but with only 3 harvesters, it's going to take just quite too long before he can get any more reinforcements. So nice starter kicker off game here for the series. Again, this is a 4-game series. We will be moving on to game number 2. As always, going to wrap it up with everything I always do. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And as always, keep watching and keep owning. Probe and Drone going to be passing each other, a little slap on the rear there, and then saying, good day, mate. See you later. Drone's going to be moving in right now into WhiteRa's base. I'm full of jokes today, huh? Going to be moving right into WhiteRa's base and getting a nice little scout of nothing but the standard. Maybe, I wonder if he's going to do a gas steal. That's actually pretty effective against Protoss players. Most...